It's Kid Fragrance back again with another review, guys. How are you? I hope that you're doing well. I'm doing fine. And in today's video review, I have a guest. My man Fresco Scents from the channel Fresco Scents is here with us today. He's accompanying us. We've been chatting right before this recording, and we're talking about a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Actually, he recommended to me, and we're gonna actually develop that. So I'm gonna roll my music, and we're gonna come back to this review notes. We're just gonna get right to it. I have my man Fresco Scents here with us today. We're gonna review Rasasi Pour Homme. This is a fragrance he recommended to me, and I like him to introduce his channel to us and tell us a little bit about yourself, Fresco.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First of all, I just want to say thank you for the invitation. It's been a pleasure to return the favor to you since we already had a video in my YouTube channel. It's a pleasure to be here as well with you guys and with you, Kid Fragrance, to bring a review on this excellent, excellent fragrance. My name is Fresco Scents. I do have a YouTube channel. I review fragrances as well. Only mine is in Spanish. I do speak English, and maybe sometime in the future, I'll create a YouTube channel in English as well. But if you speak Spanish, you're welcome to come through. We're gonna get into this fragrance today. I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to hit the like. Subscribe to this man's channel if you haven't. He has great content. I appreciate his content, and so will you. Hit the like, subscribe, and let's do it, my man.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So this fragrance you recommended to me, Fresco. We got into it before we got in touch. We were discussing what we were gonna do together, and you were actually already had Rasasi, this fragrance. You've been holding on to this fragrance for some time, actually, just to do the review with me since we started speaking on it. And how did you learn about this fragrance? Just tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So yeah, so I've heard a lot about this fragrance, of course, like many of us, many of you. I'm also a subscriber to many of the channels, the fragrance channels. So it's one that always piqued my interest because one, it gets a good comparison to what Tom Ford's Tuscan Leather, which is an awesome fragrance that I don't have personally. I have smelled it before, but I didn't have it in my collection. I saw this at a great price, and I decided to pick it up because it's intriguing. We're in that time of year where this is going to be useful, but we'll get into that later. But yeah, I was always intrigued by it. That company, Rasasi, a company that I do have a couple of fragrances from them from the house, and I like their quality. I like what they bring to the table, and that's how I came about to pulling the trigger on this one, and I'm very happy with the purchase.
I actually saw this fragrance on other channels, just like you mentioned. I saw it before. I didn't like, at the time, I was like, okay, it's great. I don't know Tuscan Leather that much, and I wasn't into those types of fragrances at that time. But lately on my Facebook groups, someone wanted to trade one of the fragrances that I wanted to, and they offered that one. And nice. I almost traded my fragrance. It was actually one of my manceras. And I was like, I don't know if I should trade my mancera for that one. I might as well just buy it. I don't know. I thought that was going to be the thing. But when you mentioned it, I was like, you know what? I should probably jump into this. I saw it a couple of weeks ago. Let me get into it because I know that with Fresco, me and you vibe like very, very right. Similarly. You're doing it in Spanish. I'm doing it in English. But yep. It's just, you know, I like that. I like the rapport that we've built, that we've been building together. Sure. And so this fragrance to me, I know what I'm expecting of it. In a sense, but I gotta say, man, I've been blown away by the way it's been interacting. You wanna talk about the fragrance notes for us?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll get into the details of the fragrance a little bit so everybody can know where we at or what we're looking at or what we're about to smell. But this fragrance was launched back in 2012, so it's been around for a little while. It was hyped in the beginning, but it kind of died down, and now not everybody speaks about it, which is a great thing sometimes, because if you want to smell different from everybody else, this is the one that's gonna do it to you, especially if you wanna get yourself introduced to these darker notes, these darker leather this is a great one to do it with because it has a lot of interesting notes. At the top, we're gonna find a raspberry, saffron, and thyme. Also in the middle notes, we find jasmine, artemisia. In the base notes, we're gonna get leather, suede, some woody notes, and amber. I mean, this is a great composition with some great notes. And yeah, and the leather, it's pretty present in there. So what do you think about those notes?
I love, the opening for me is, where I actually enjoy it very much. I think just as much as the dry down, because it has one of my favorite two notes, which is saffron and thyme. I love anything saffron, and I think the fruity or the raspberry that's in it, I think it's there. I perceive it for sure, but I think the saffron and the thyme actually just add like that kick. It kicks it up, in the spicy realm. I do have it on my hand as well, and it's something pleasant. Although you do get a little, you kind of already, smell. Oh, this is smoky. Oh, this is woody. It's already all there, but I think I definitely perceive the saffron and the thyme here. As you work down, you mentioned jasmine and artemisia, right?
Yeah.
And olibanum. And part of the middle notes here, what I think it's, when a fragrance this strong, this powerful, has, these kinds of notes, you have to bring it. It's not you have to bring it down, because this fragrance is not anything other than a powerhouse, all right? But sure. I think you have to dress it up a little bit, and I think that's what the jasmine does in here, man. It just cleans it up to a nice, like, hey, listen, I have my leather jacket on, but I'm a smooth guy at the heart.
Exactly. Absolutely.
What do you get from the middle notes there?
Yeah, so from the beginning, as soon as you spray this, I mean, I get the saffron, it gives it a nice tone. You have to like saffron though. A lot of people don't like it. You have to like the Middle Eastern type of fragrances because they use saffron heavy. So here, you're automatically gonna, I perceive right away the leather. Even though it's at the dry down, it's already present. The leather's coming through saying, hey, I'm home. You know what I mean? So, but I'm glad the way they use the raspberry, it's not very prominent. Like it's not jumping the note, but you can perceive it and you kind of appreciate it a little bit because it kind of tones it down and gives it like a fruity undertone to the opening of the fragrance, along with that saffron and the thyme, done very well. And also in the middle notes, once it starts doing its revolution, you perceive that jasmine. It gives it a little nice kind of flurry, kind of, light tone to the fragrance. It starts carrying it. I feel like the artemisia and the jasmine kind of grab it and kind of just carry it nice and light. And I really enjoy how this begins to transition to the dry down. But the dry down is why we're here. And what do you think about the dry down? How does that feel to you?
It feels very good. I think that, you can, for example, I have other smoky fragrances. For example, By the Fireplace has a really realistic smoky note. And if you do that, like in that sense, it actually, you could be turned off by it. Here, the smoky aspect of this fragrance is dressed up by those middle notes that you mentioned it, and it carries it through the dry down. And in the dry down, this is where the glory begins, because it does become smooth. You have that suede aspect of the base that just kind of, it feels great when I smell it. I just think it's very sexy, very sensual, very guy-like. It's very masculine leaning fragrance, and the woody and the amber here is what just, takes that to projection. That's when you start seeing that, that fragrance jump off of you. I noticed something. I actually worked out with this fragrance on me, Fresco.
Nice.
And that actually made the fragrance kind of, push a little bit more. And every time I was doing my squats, I was just getting hit with the leather here, man. And it's just, when you warm up, I think that if you wear this fragrance and you have your leather jacket, you're warming up, you're going to start projecting. I think it's definitely, you know, the whole composition together.
Hmm.
It's gonna be. We're not gonna get into this yet on our overall impressions yet, but I think it's definitely gonna, you know, it's working at the base to be a compliment getter, just like Tuscan leather. You know, this is a copy of that, and so I think, or a copy and an interpretation, if you want, if you will. But I think it, you know, from what I remember that fragrance smelling, you know, like, I
Hmm.
think this is very, very, very comparable.
Yeah, I agree. And speaking a little bit about those base notes, I mean, this is the type of fragrance that when you smell it initially, it might turn you off. Like
Yeah.
you may think it jumps too strong, and I can see that. But the magic happens once it dries down, in my
Hmm.
personal opinion, because once it calms down, then it shows you who it really is, and it comes about and it says, you know what, I'm not this crazy jumping all over the place alone. We can do this, so we can chill. So once it does that, you start understanding that leather, how it's working with the suede. It is a different type of leather, like we spoke earlier off camera. This one is a little bit animalic. So
Yes.
you need to understand that if you want leather, if you're not ready for leather, this may not be for you because you're gonna get leather. And tying it along with the woody notes and the amber, it gets a little creamy at the end of the dry down, little creaminess, woodiness, combining with that whole suede and leather. I mean, I just think the magic in this one, it's at the dry down, it just gets better. So once you spray it, just give it some time. Give it a couple minutes, and you're gonna start seeing the magic happen. I love this fragrance. I love how it develops, and I love the dry down, honestly.
All right, awesome. So now let's get into, I mean, let's get into our overall impressions here, because I think I think this is the key takeaway here for our
Mhm.
viewers watching us today. You know, who do you recommend this fragrance for? Like, given all those notes, given that leather, would you recommend this to someone starting out into leather fragrances that might not have one?
Yeah, I can see that happening if you're a person, if you're risky and you want to develop. There's some fragrances, for example, like Victor Roth's Spice Bomb. When
Mm-hmm.
it came out and I smelled it, I didn't appreciate it because I wasn't
Mm,
ready for it. So I didn't like it. And I bought La Nuit de l'Homme instead at the same time. So, but now I understand it and now I appreciate it more. Same thing with this. If you wanna appreciate leather notes, deeper notes, darker
mm.
notes, you wanna get into that, this is perfect to do it because you're gonna get leather here. But this is very masculine. You need to be ready for that. It is a masculine scent. I do not see a woman wearing this, but of course you can if you want to.
That's
But
right. Yeah.
yeah, it's very masculine. And if I had to say an age, I'm gonna say to be on the safe side, 25 and up. 25 and up is a good fragrance for you. I recommend it. So yeah, that'll be my range as far as for this fragrance. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So here's my take on this fragrance.
Hmm.
I think that if you're getting into dark, smoky, leathery type fragrances, there might be lighter ones. I think this one might be step two.
Oh yeah,
Now, I'm not saying you can't go into it straight away. If you want
yeah.
to and you want to try it out, definitely you're welcome to sample it first, as I always do. Fresco does the blind buy
I do
better than
blind.
I do. But definitely, I think this one might be step number two. I think I'm gonna, tobacco and leather kind of going together. So I would
Yeah,
recommend like John Varvatos Dark Rebel as a
yeah,
starting point. I think that's a
yeah,
good fragrance to start getting into smoky. And then once you get into something, once you smell that, you can work your way up to this, because this one is a beast, man.
oh
I
yeah,
think this lasted for me 9 hours on my skin, and it was still a skin scent on the next day.
it
But
is.
I love this. I think that for $51 Fresco, if you don't have, $230 for the smaller size Tuscan leather, you'll probably do a better job than presenting. Do you
Yeah,
have the box for this?
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Speaking about the
Yeah,
presentation, I mean,
yeah, we,
this is
yeah. And it's magnetic too. I didn't know it was magnetic until
yeah, it's
yeah,
magnetic.
I
I mean,
started playing around with
yeah,
it.
it has some nice touches. It looks like it's handcrafted.
Yeah,
So I
it's
mean,
wood. It's real
this
wood.
is yeah, this is great. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You see the batch information here in the bottom of the box.
So we actually got the same kind of, say, fragrance. I love it. I did hear people mention that it might be off-putting to some, but I think that's why I'm recommending this as maybe a step two in a leather type of a fragrance. If you're adding that to the collection, I think this will be a good number, step two, because this says you're comfortable with it. I mean, I think I like it already. I don't, but I've grown my nose a little bit. Someone who's just starting out may be like, whoa, that's a little bit too smoky and maybe a little bit too much. I think you have to get ready for this, in my opinion. Fresco, you might have something different. That's totally fine with me. But I think it's a powerhouse, it's a beast, and I out of 10, I give this an 8, man. This is a solid fragrance. For $51, there's no reason why you have to pay more.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is 75 mLs, and it is a concentration EDP, eau de parfum. So you're getting a high concentration, you're getting it for a good price. Longevity, it's eternal. I mean, this lasts 8, 9, 10 hours. It's lasted differently depending on the weather. Is going to impact really how much it lasts, but it's lasted 8, 9, 10 hours on my skin. Strong projection, strong sillage. I mean, this is good. I mean, this is a great performing fragrances at a great price. Of course, if you're a little shy or you're not ready for strong leather like we spoke, you may want to keep it as a step 2. But if you're ready, go ahead and jump on it.
Pull the trigger.
Yeah, pull the trigger. Give it a couple of wearings. Get used to it. Let the magic be, and and you'll appreciate it eventually.
So one of the things you said on your blind buy techniques video the other day that I like is, go watch some reviews like this one, right? Or go read Fragrantica to see what other people are saying about the fragrance. I think this could be definitely, if you do all your research, this could be a good blind buy. You're not gonna be upset that you have it.
Yeah.
Even if you weren't ready for it, I think you can keep it there. And then as you work your way up, you're gonna appreciate this fragrance a whole lot. It is EDP. I love that about it. You definitely can tell by the longevity of it. And listen, man, I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I like it too. I recommend it. If I had to give it a rating from 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a 9. I'll give it an easy 9.
Good.
Yeah, because overall it just brings the performance for cold weather. Listen, fall, winter, for night wear. I mean, this is gonna do it for you. This is gonna cut through the cold. This is gonna give you that performance that you're looking for in that type of weather. I wouldn't wear it in the summer. I would wear it in spring at night if it's cool, and if you're going out on a date or something like that. But it's perfect for fall and winter. More perfect for winter. But it's a great fragrance, great performance. I give it a 9.
Yeah, right. Today is like in the 50s, so I would definitely here in New York. This is definitely the type of weather where I would wear it. I'm gonna throw on my leather jacket on top of this. I'm gonna step out now and go some Christmas shopping. This could definitely end up in somebody's wish list. So this will be a great fragrance to buy. Someone who is gonna appreciate something dark, rich, leathery, and manly. So if you have, if you got your old man, or if you got someone who's, this badass, because this is a badass fragrance, I gotta say. Someone who's like that, they're definitely going to appreciate this fragrance as well. Especially if you know that they have other, type of leather type fragrances like this one. Definitely great for the colder weather. I don't know if I was working out and it was hitting me, man. I don't know if I can do this in the summer, but you wear what you want when you want. And these are just our opinions, guys. Well,
and to give you guys a little nugget, if you're gonna buy it, if you look in Amazon, we're not getting paid for this, but you want to look in Amazon, you want to get in Amazon ASAP, because if you look at the other websites, even the discounters, you're gonna pay 75, 80, 90 bucks.
Amazing.
You're gonna get it in Amazon for 50 something bucks. Go get it.
Amazing tip, Fresco. Thank you for that. I was able to, on that tip, I saved 40 bucks because it was like $98 elsewhere.
Yep.
And Amazon did have it. Oh, I still has it since since Dark Friday. What is it? Black Friday?
Black Friday, yep. And it's legit. It's legit.
Yeah,
You get the
it is
barcode and
legit.
everything. It's a legit fragrance. So, I mean, get it if you want it. If you had your eye on it, this is the time to get it.
Definitely glad I have it in my collection. I like the presentation. I like that it didn't cost so much, and I think it's a banger, stunner of a fragrance right out of the gate there.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. And I highly recommend it, as we spoke about earlier. If you're looking to take that next step, or if you want to add a little twist to your collection, this is a great one to have. It is a beautiful presentation, beautiful bottle. It looks amazing in your stand. So that's always a plus. But yeah, highly recommend it. Check it out, sample it if you can. If not, go ahead and jump, take the loop, and hopefully you enjoy it. But yeah, highly recommend it for sure.
All right, awesome. So listen, I look forward to working with Fresco in more collaborations. Hopefully in the future, we're gonna keep discussing, what he likes, what I like. I think, those are the best types of collaborations when we both get hype about something that's coming out or that we're adding to our fragrance collection. I love watching his videos. Guys, go watch him. Even in Spanish, I think, he's a teacher. I go over there and I learn so many new things, even in Spanish. So if you speak Spanish, definitely he's welcome there. I think, in my opinion, Fresco, I don't know. I know it's a lot of work for us to do this, the video editing and everything that we do here, but you should definitely do an English channel. I think you'd be great at it. You're already a superstar to me on the Spanish side, and Andres, Perfume Man, I think he's got some competition coming to him.
I'm coming. He got like 500K, but I'm coming little by little. But yeah, absolutely. Hey,
I can see you there already, my friend. I can see you there.
Yeah, for sure. And the feeling is mutual. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
man.
we connected. We met each other here on YouTube. We connected in Instagram, and we just clicked because we share the same passion. Your subscribers, my subscribers, we all share the same passion. We like perfumery. We like to smell good. So this is what connects us. And so it's just one language, So, it's been a pleasure to be here. Pleasure. I'll be glad to do it again. You can come to mine. We can do this again over there anytime. So if you guys speak Spanish, you want to come check it out, you can go ahead and do that. If you just want me to make an English channel, subscribe to the Spanish one. Let me know that you want it in English, and we'll get that going.
Yeah, let them know, guys.
Sure.
Comment down below. Let them know that you would like to see that type of programming on YouTube. We do share that. I do share the same sentiments here, Fresco. I'm gonna leave a link to his channel below for you guys to go and watch him there for sure. I think I'm looking forward to more collaborations with you in the near future. And Fresco, I love the way you say goodbye. You want to say goodbye for us here today?
I usually do it in Spanish, but I'm going to try to do it in English. But my people, this is just our opinion regarding this fragrance. If you want it, if you're interested, go ahead and buy it. We're sure that if you get it, you might like it. But anyways, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to comment and subscribe if you haven't. Our pleasure one more time. And God bless.